giving offerings to spirits and deities. So if you'd like to know how to give offerings, when to give offerings, what to give as offerings, then check out some of my earlier videos on my profile. So this video is about how I've created a temple on the astral plane, why I've done it and how you can do it. So why have I done this? Well, I've been doing this for several years now, and I've given that much energy into it, that much visualization, that I know that this temple exists on the astral plane. So I've done this because it's a way of really connecting with your deity more. It's a way of like communing with. It's a way of giving offerings. You can give offerings, like obviously you're visualizing these too. And you can use it as part of your spell work as well. So you can use it for either for giving offerings, for just talking to and strengthening that bond, that connection, or you can use it in your spell work like I do. I do all three. So let's say you're using it as part of your spell work. So I will cast a circle. I will use, say it's for Venus, I will use her planetary mantra. I will use binaural music that's got the frequency of the planet Venus. I will use all these to start the ritual, and then I will do my spell work. I will give an offering, whether it's flowers, wine, both, perfume, chocolate, whatever you want. Blood, you can do some, obviously. We can do more about that in another video. Whatever it is that you're giving as an offering, basically. Once I've done that, I will then go to the astral temple and I will speak with her there too. So this is just what mine looks like. Yours can look like whatever you like, and you can do this for any deity or spirit. So at the end of the ritual, in the physical plane, in this plane, before I open the circle, but after I've given my offering, I will visualize the temple. So this is what mine looks like. I go to see a mountain. It's night time. The sky is black. It's lit with stars. I can see the Milky Way. I can see Orion's belt, the Aurora Borealis. On the other side, there's the temple and the moon. I climb that big stone steps. I reach the outer door. It's like a corridor. There's big windows there. Moonlight's flooding through. There's roses growing, like, you know, the climbing roses all up the walls, because this is the temple of whoever I'm like, say it's Venus or Babalon. If it's Babalon, I'm visualizing red flowers, red roses. If it's Venus, then they can be any colour rose because she likes every colour. So I'm visualizing that. I'm walking through. I slowly approach the door to the inner temple. I imagine what that big brass, you know, like the medieval kind of style, like the, you know, the ones that are like a big circular thing. So the door thing, the door handle. So I visualise feeling that in my hand, twisting it. The door's heavy, like big heavy wooden door. So I slowly push that open. And inside, because I'm using all the senses, so you want to use sight, you want to use, imagine the feel of it. The more you can really visualize it with all your senses, the more energy you'll put into it, and the easier you'll create this temple on the astral. So I slowly close it behind me. The temple is candle lit, so I can see it's dark. There's thick incense smoke, so I'm using all my senses. I can smell, say, the incense of rose or like cinnamon, amber, whatever that deity likes, incense they like. I've covered that in other videos. So I'm using my senses for that. So I'm seeing, I'm smelling, I'm feeling the weight of the door. And then I can see that there's dancers there performing physical offerings in the temples. I've covered physical offerings before, I think. But that's what they used to do. There'd be dancers in the temples, and that's kind of their offering to the goddess. So I would see that. And then I turn my attention to the other side. I can hear and feel the drum beat, really feel it. You know how you can feel it sort of vibrating, reverberating, whatever. Anyway, you know what I mean. And then I see the long banquet table. If it's Babalon, then the tablecloth is red. It's got her seal on it, like her symbol. It's got beautiful candelabras running along the length of the table. There'll be like red candlesticks if it's Babalon. If it's Venus, the candlesticks will be green. There'll be all vases of roses. Again, if it's Babalon, they're red. If it's Venus, they could be all different colour roses. There's bowls of fruit and like pictures of wine, like the most beautiful flowers, wine, chocolate, perfume, anything that you can think of. I always imagine that that there's a jar there from the bees, because obviously the bees all know her and love her, and they've gathered this for her. Um, you know, uh, you know. And then I turned my attention to next to the table. There is the most beautiful statue carved by mortal hands. So it's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life. So on the face, because say it's a Venus. Venus is Aphrodite as well. So she is all. These are all avatars of the goddess. So different faces of the goddess. So she got the most beautiful face, because her beauty is like incomparable, because she is Aphrodite. Upon her head is a crown of stars. There's 12 of them. On her, this is just my visualization. So across her chest is a necklace of lapis lazuli, you know, the dark blue semi-precious stone, and that is because she's Inanna from Sumer. She's the Sumerian goddess Inanna as well, and she famously wore that. So on her fingers are pearls and rubies, because that's what she wore when she was riding the beast of Revelations, because she is the great whore. So in her hands is the cup, like that one, and that's filled with the blood of the saints, because she takes all the suffering of the world and she transmutes it. So around her hips there's like the red robe, because she is the red goddess. So once I've gone through all this, walking into it, what it looks like, her statue, and then I will sit at her feet, and then I will give her an offering of whatever I want. So this is like an imaginary one. So this is like you're visualizing it again, like it's an energetic offering. If you want to learn more about energetic offerings, I think it was Jason Miller that really explains it a lot better than I ever could. He's a very well respected occultist, like modern day occultist. So he's got several books. I forget which one, but anyway. So I placed the offering down at her feet, and then you can connect with her in the temple that you've built, that you spent time building brick by brick, all that energy that's gone into it, kind of like an egregore. It doesn't exist before you made it, but then it does, because you fed the spirit, you fed it that much energy and everything. So this temple fully exists. So and this is where I go. So say I've done my spell work and I've done this, then I will sit at her feet, and then I will ask her, like, sort of one-to-one, I will speak to her, and I'll ask that she would please grant my petition. First of all, obviously I thank her for her protection, her guidance, her blessings, for manifesting my petitions. And then if it's part of a spell work ritual, I will directly ask her again. I will speak to her about the spell work, the intention of it, and I humbly ask that she please bless it and grant it, and bring my will into manifestation. So, or if you're just giving offerings, you can use this as part of your rituals, giving offerings, and then when you get to her, you can just thank her and give her an energetic offering, just sit with her, So that's just what I do. I've not seen this anywhere else, but I feel like it's a really powerful thing that you can do. So you can create, now you know how and why you would create your own temple. So get at it.